Hi friends, this is Paul at Heroic Goods and Games in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I am going to show you the results from our first PSA submission. Technically, it's our second PSA submission, but we sent them super express, so we actually they sped up and got them first. We sent in 5 cards from that box that we opened a couple weeks ago. That's also online, and it got over 1,000 views. We're at 1,200 views. Thank you. That's really cool that many people wanted to check it out. Now, before we flip these cards over, the easiest thing to do while you're waiting is just hit the like button. It's super simple, very effective on getting our channel out there to other people. And now that you've hit that like button, maybe even hit the subscribe button, I will show off the results. So at $200 a card to submit, this is what we got back. We are starting with the smallest number and working our way up. So first up, Black Panther, we got an 8. Ooh, that was rough. Let's just keep going, and then we'll talk about these two lovely 8s that we got back. Now, I did get a little, I think, overexcited on measuring and thinking, oh, these will be fine. These will grade great. Like I said, I'm still very new to grading. And now I've learned a sobering lesson on what to send in, especially on these 1990 cards. They both measured under the 60-40, meaning 60% border on one side, 40% on another. But visually, you can see it just by looking at them. The Black Panther is a little heavy on the left. There's more white than on the right side. And with Wolverine, there's more white on the bottom border than there is on the top. So now that we know that, we're just going to be more careful and sending in, at least when we're paying a lot of money per card, sending in more centered cards. Didn't really see much damage across. And again, an 8 is still considered mint, so they are still pack fresh. But for those people thinking that PSA is just giving out free 10s to everyone, that is not quite the case. Now that we got those 8s out of the way, here are the next cards we sent in. So for Venom, we got back a 9. That's pretty sweet. We're happy with that. Again, this one was very centered. Um, and again, I'm still too new to notice by eye or even by magnifying glass the difference between a 9 or a 10. When you get cards back, you don't get any explanation of the grade. You just get the grade, and that's okay. The more we do this, the better I think we'll get at it. And then our Stan Lee is also a 9. Again, a great looking card. Um, One of the most sought after cards. We own a 9 actually from another collection we bought. So I guess now we own 2 Stanley PSA 9s. Again, they're both on our web store. So, and all these cards are on our website, as well as we listed them cross-listed on eBay. But here's a secret: the prices are cheaper on our website, heroicgoodsandgames.com. And our final card is the one we're most excited about. This was the Wolverine hologram, and it is a PSA 9. Now you're probably saying, Paul, why are you so excited about a PSA 9? The reason it's exciting is there are not many 10s given out for these holograms. There aren't even many 9s given out for these holograms. So just to put it in perspective, as the PSA populations stand right now, that's you can actually go in and see how many cards are graded from a set or from a certain card on the PSA website. 66% of the Marvel Universe standard cards are currently graded at a PSA 10. A lot of that reason is because so far people with grading experience are the main ones submitting them, meaning not people like me who send in $200 cards and get back 8s, but people who are used to submitting cards. So while that number will drop, I think the number will still stay strong. Um, but 66% of the cards of the almost 3,000 cards sent in so far, and the regular ones are PSA 10s. Now for the holograms, only 7% of those cards are PSA 10s. There are just under 300 holograms submitted at this point. With Wolverine, 3 of the cards so far submitted are 10s. The rest are 9s and 8s and lower and lower. As more cards go to the market, I think the 10s will become extremely sought after, but almost unattainable. The prices will just skyrocket on those 10 holograms, and 9 will become the new 10 because that's what's attainable. It would 6 months from now, we'll check in and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but 6 months from now, I do not think more than 7% of the holograms submitted will be 10s. It'll be much less at that point. So we are treating this Wolverine hologram 9 like a 10. It'll be priced accordingly. There have been no Wolverine holograms in PSA condition sold this year at all, or even listed that we know of. None on eBay, none that we've seen on other websites. So this is kind of the first and highest grade of the year for this Wolverine hologram to be out in the world. So we are really excited for it. So we sent them on February 21st, got them back on March 1st. It was really cool to just get cards back that fast. Came at a premium. We won't make the biggest profit on these, but that's okay. That's how it goes. And it was a good lesson to learn about grading. Also, a good lesson to show new people like myself that are new to grading these cards what the grading process is like and what we can expect. So with the new prices, I don't know how many, if any, I'm going to send at the new $300 Super Express range. That's just a little too much to risk, especially if we get back more eights. But we've sent out a whole bunch of these cards and we'll be getting more back in the future. So thanks so much for watching this video. All 5 of these cards are now listed on our website at heroicgoodsandgames.com. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll be back soon with another video.